So I need to start off this video by saying none of this is financial advice. I am not trying to tell you what to do with your money. I'm using this more as an experiment to talk about my thoughts on my stock strategy and what I think could be something to look at going forward. So if you look at Alphabet Inc., I'm looking at Class A. There's also the others as well, but Class A, I'm showing a down 3.14% or so, which is a fairly big drop for one day after hours. Now, one reason I think this is happening is because their EPS call is supposed to be coming tomorrow, which would be the 25th of April. And a lot of times you can find a good stock at a discount the day or two before an EPS call, in my experience at least. Now, the PE ratio here could be better. It's at 29.32. Obviously, if you've watched just about any YouTube video on PE ratios or looked into ratings for that stuff, it's usually something that a lot of people try to get under 20, but it's not at like an alarmingly high rate. I also like that Alphabet Inc. has been climbing steadily for years and years. It's obviously got a stranglehold on internet search, on video content with its ownership of YouTube, and also they are basically in like a dual monopoly of mobile phone carriers in the United States because they have Android. And the other side of that, of course, would be Apple. I also believe that they are still going to be one of the leaders in AI. Some people think they lagged behind OpenAI a little bit and all of that, and then Microsoft obviously got a deal with OpenAI. But if you look at Alphabet, they're going to have more data than just about anyone that they can use to develop some of the best AI. So even if they got a little bit of a late start, they're still, I believe, going to be one of the best positioned companies in the world for developing AI, which is obviously going to be what determines who are the superpower stocks in the future. And again, they have more data than pretty much anybody to work with for developing that AI. With the data that they have from Android users, from Google search, from YouTube, from all the different tools and services that people have used that Google has integrated into. They actually own quite a few different companies, including DeepMind, Google Fiber, you have Waymo, you have Wing, you have Isomorphic Labs. They also, of course, own YouTube, which is one of the most highly trafficked websites in the world, along with Google being, again, one of the most highly trafficked websites in the world. They've been in like the top 3 for years and years and are the leaders in search. They also have Google Drive, which is used by millions of people as like a Google alternative to Microsoft Office. They also have one of the most widely used home voice devices, voice assistants, basically with Google Home. Just think about how much data they have from each and every person that's ever used Google, through Google Maps that they've used, through Android devices, through all of the Google integrated TVs and devices, through Google Home and voice assistants, through YouTube, through just regular Google search. I mean, all of the different things that Google is integrated into our lives. I just don't see how they could fail at this point unless they just really had horrible leadership. Which brings me to my next point. They don't have horrible leadership. In fact, look at this. They actually take really good care of their employees here. It's been one of the best places to work on the Glassdoor ratings. They've been in the top 50 or so for years and years. They also have a very good rating from their people who have worked here. Their employees give them a 4.4 out of 5-star rating. 75% of their employees approve of the CEO. And 85% of people who have worked at Google recommend working here to a friend. You can't really question their leadership too much. You can't really question whether or not they are a well-run organization. And if you like looking at buy ratings, you can even look at something like the Robinhood analyst ratings. Of 64 ratings, they have an 80% buy rating and only a 20% hold and 0% sell right now. So I actually bought Alphabet Class A back on March 4th of 2024, and I've already earned a 15.48% total return, and that's along with the return that's down 2.51% today, because they're a high quality company that's a market leader in multiple areas, that has more data than just about anyone, which is obviously one of the biggest indicators, I believe, of future success for these tech companies. And they are also making AI a huge priority and making big advancements there as well. So in my opinion, Google is basically at a nice little 3% discount today, which really tempts me to buy more. Let me know what your thoughts are on Alphabet Inc. stock going forward and what you think it could end up doing in the near future.